Had a very productive Tuesday. Cut my clients and had a great day at the shop. Still in search of some barbers to hire here at House Cards Barbershop. Looking for like experienced barbers, man. And the reason I say that is because the past few years I've hired barbers that were not experienced. They didn't have much clientele. We helped build them up. And then as soon as they, get a little money in their pocket, then they're like, man, I'm gonna go see if the grass is greener on this side of town. And they go somewhere else. And I mean, it's part of the game, man. So, if you ever have intentions on opening a shop, just understand that it's part of the game. You're gonna take some L's, and people are gonna take advantage of your kindness, and they're gonna use whatever they can to get the upper hand in whatever way they please. Because you never know what people's intentions are. You never know what people's heart is, built on, and morals and all that kind of stuff. So I've already, experienced that many times. I try to help people. I'll give you an example. Someone didn't have an apartment, and they were at my shop. Good people. I read them wrong. I thought they were great people. I thought they had good intentions. I thought, they were someone with honor, dignity, and all that kind of stuff. So I gave them $500 to, put down payment on their apartment. They said they're going to pay me back. They said they were grateful. They said their aunt kicked them out of their house, for whatever reason. And I gave in because I'm like, man, you're a mom, you have kids, I know what it feels like to be a parent, and, I'm struggling, blah, blah, blah. Man, never got my money back. They dipped. Had issues with their spouse, boyfriend, whatever, and I never got my money back. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I have to live with. And I'm from the hood. I could have done all types of stuff. I could have snatched up some clippers, and they went to go work at another barbershop. And the crazy part is this: the barbershop she went to, two of the barbers that were already there used to work at my shop, and they left to go work at another shop, which is cool, man. It is what it is, but that's the kind of, like, the game is like that in the barber game, man. One person left, and they took another barber, and then that barber reached out to that barber and said, hey, man, well, come work with us. So it's crazy, man. But I've taken a lot of L's, and I still try to have a loving heart. I still have a giving heart. But I think what I want to do now is just focus on opening my barber college and just teaching people how to be a professional, teaching people how to be, just a good person, man, a good businessman. And sometimes you got to get your feelings and leave them at the door and just think like a businessman. So if you're a barber somewhere, wherever you're at, man, you got to start thinking like a businessman and really understand how things work. Getting the money is the easy part. Keeping it is the hard part. Discipline is going to get you a lot further than talent or like being motivated will. I watch a lot of motivation videos in the mornings to get my day started. I meditate, I read, and do stuff like that because every day is a struggle for me, man, to stay on task. I want to go play basketball. I want to go ride my bike. I want to work out and get in shape and do all these things. But I feel like right now, man, it's a real crucial time in my life, because I want to do something bigger than just cut hair and be, on that spectrum of just being a barber. I want to be a mentor. I want to be a teacher. I want to be an educator. I'm taking my test tomorrow. God willing, I pass it. I get my instructor's license, and then I get to open my school and really move forward in that aspect of my life. I really want to make a difference and make an impact, and not just, I could use social media, I could use Instagram, I could use Facebook. I feel like I'm more of I want to be in person. I want to ask people questions. I want to get to know them. I want to know what their story is and why they chose to become a barber. And that's the question that I ask a lot of people, like, why did you choose to become a barber? Like, why that out of all the things that you can be in this world? Why do you feel like being a barber is something that you want to be? I started cutting hair when I was 12. I'm 40 now. I've been doing it for a long time. Now, I don't ever say like, man, I've been cutting hair this many years. Like, I've been licensed for 16 years. I started really taking cutting hair serious. Like when I was in high school, I would cut a lot more people and charge them, little $5, whatever. I would travel to people's houses and do my thing. But I fell in love with barbering when I, went to barber college. Is when I fell in love with it, because I was working a night job, and I have 5 kids, so I've been cutting their hair since they were little. But I used to jack them up. I used to cut cut them on the edge ups, trying to, zero gap my Andy's T outliners. I went through a lot of trial and error. But when I went to barber college, then that's when I really said, like, man, I need to do this. I went through a lot of stuff, man. I lost my house, I lost my car, I lost a lot of stuff, man, and got on Section 8 housing and did all that. I went through a lot of stuff, coming up to be where I'm at now. But that's when I fell in love with it, because I was like, man, no matter how much I put into this, the time, it's gonna reflect on me, on my work ethic. It's not gonna reflect on anybody else but me. And that's when I fell in love with barbering, and I knew, like, I can do my artwork. I can put in 12, 15, 20 hours a day, whatever I decided to do, and it's gonna reflect on me. So yeah, now that I'm older, I ain't trying to do them 15-hour days, bro. Those days are long gone. But there's a time when I have to do that, and there's days where I just have to grind the whole day and mentally stay focused, because quality is everything. And the relationships that we're building as barbers, that's a big piece of the puzzle that I want to express to all the barbers out there, and all the people that want to be barbers. It's building relationships. We're in the business of people. We're in the people business, man. No matter how talented you are, no matter how talented I am, if there's no one to cut, if I don't have a canvas, I'm nothing. And I understand that. I've been building up my clientele, like I said, 20 years, man. I've been cutting people since high school. I've cut people that were in middle school, they went to high school, then they went to college, had a baby, came back and brought their baby to me. And that's the kind of business that we're in. I don't want to talk down on anybody that's on Instagram. They got the 1 million followers and all that kind of stuff, because that's a new age thing. Like, I don't understand that completely. But I do know that barbers are here to stay, man. We're here. They're not going to replace us. Hopefully Bezos is not going to replace us with some AI. But really, man, I want to equip people how to be successful. There's so many avenues that we can take in being barbers. You could be celebrity barber. You can make your own product, your own brand, your own barbershop, your own school. You could work for Walls, Andis, Oster, whoever, Babylus. You can do all those kind of things. You can cut athletes. I mean, I know a lot of people that are doing those kind of things, and I've done those things myself. But it's not fulfilling to me. It's just, those are just milestones that I feel like, you know what, man? I won these $15,000. I got to meet Cedric the Entertainer. I got to do this, got to do that. Hopefully this will open more doors. But that's not, I didn't sign up to be on that platform or to be on that stage. So yeah, man, I just wanted to put this out there, let y'all know, man, the whole thing is about discipline. And like I said, man, I have my battles every day, and it's all about discipline. That's what our habits, what we develop. And no matter how many hours a day I put in, man, I always tell myself, like, I gotta do more. And as much as I want to break, want to go do other things, I gotta stay on the grind. The only thing that I'm responsible is for me, my family, the people that I love, and my clientele that I take care of. Those are the people that I'm more responsible for. Like, and I say my clientele because my clientele, they prepay for their haircuts, so they're making me a priority. So I make them a priority, and that's why I do what I do with my app. And I love my app. I love what I'm doing with my app. And but I really have a passion for education, for teaching young people and old people, whoever is but new to the game. It's like, look, man, let me get you through the first 4 levels. There's 20 levels in barbering, whatever, let's just say, right? I'm just speaking hypothetically. Let me help you get to those 3 or 4 levels. And then you can, spread your wings and fly, man, take off and do your thing. But I have a passion for that. I feel like there's a lot of barbers in San Antonio, to be specific, sorry. I have a lot of barbers in San Antonio that I see that I'm like, man, I feel like these dudes can be great, but they have a lot of barriers that are stopping them because no one taught them how to be professionals. No one taught them how to be business orientated, like reading, educating yourself, keeping your composure, and of course, all those things also are developed through time and experience. But I want to help guide people, and I know we all have different backgrounds, different cultures, different everything, and I just see like, man, we have so much potential here. Um, the market is saturated in San Antonio. It's very saturated. I'll tell you that for sure. But I feel like there's so much potential here, and there's a lot of people now more so than ever that want to become barbers because they see this lifestyle that we live, and a lot of people portray their lifestyle to just be all highlight reels and like, look at me, and they never get to share the back end, the backstory of like, wow, this dude went through a lot of stuff before he got to where he was at. He had a lot of mentors. He invested a lot of money, a lot of time, and those are the things that people need to hear. And I'm always open to that. That's why I put my little videos out, because I want people to know, hey man, you're not always gonna have good days, man. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days where you want to quit, days where you're just like, man, I only cut 2 people today. But then you got to question yourself. Okay, what did I do to attract people today? What am I doing? Every Tuesday is my weakest day. What should I do? Should I post on Instagram? Should I post on Facebook? Did I post on YouTube? Do I have videos? Do I have whatever it is? You want to hold yourself accountable and never rely on the shop to provide clientele. Never do that. If they do, great, but don't rely on it, because that becomes a crutch for you, and you don't want to do that. You want to be able to make your money, and then you want, instead of having a crutch, you want to turn it into icing on the cake. You want to be like, hell yeah, man. Not only did I bring in 6 people of my own, I cut 4 walk-ins, I did 10 haircuts at $35 each. You do the math, that's how much money you made. Great. You know what I'm saying? I have clientele that paid me up to $100 for haircuts. Majority of my people pay me 60 with tips and all that kind of stuff, and it's great and I love it. But I take care of all my clientele. I invest a lot in tools. I have all my chemicals. I have all that stuff ready to go. Not only that, I have to maintain the whole shop and provide all the things that the shop needs. So it's a lot of work. It's very stressful. It's a balancing act that you got to do, but you got to be 100% committed to it, man. Like, mentally, you have to be committed to the business. So it's all about discipline, man. And I'm just sharing that with you because I got through today, did great. I cut my clientele. Shop was steady, wasn't too busy, wasn't overwhelming, but it was enough. I got to share a lot of information with one of the barbers that works with me, and I keep getting messages, man, all day, every day. It's like that. Y'all barbers know how it is, man. People be hitting you up randomly. But anyways, just wanted to just share with you guys that, man. And I want to thank all the subscribers. I really love what I do. I am very passionate about it. And like I said, I've had a lot of ups and downs in the barber game. And I really just want to share that, my story, my experiences with the new age barbers that are coming in, let y'all know what is possible, and learn from my mistakes, man. That's wisdom that you get to gain. I could teach you how to do designs, teach you how to do portraits. There's an easier way of doing things, because I did all the legwork. Trust me, man. I tried everything: stencils, papers, tape, airbrush. I did a lot of stuff to try to make my life easier on doing these things. I have a natural talent of drawing, but I always wanted to find an easier way of doing it. And I see a lot of people making stencils now, but I already did that a long time ago, and I have a way of doing it. But regardless of that, man, I want y'all to know that there's always a better way and an easier way of learning things. But experience is the best teacher. Failure is the best teacher. Like, those two things right there are gonna always push you to do better. And if you're out there struggling, man, I'm praying for you. Don't give up. Keep yourself accountable. Keep pushing. Hold on to your dreams. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. You don't know what people are going through in their life, and who's helping them, who's not helping them. You don't know. So don't compare your situation to anybody else's, man. But regardless of that, I just want to say discipline, discipline, discipline. Always stay disciplined, man. No matter what, hold yourself accountable, and you're gonna reach your destination, man. All right, y'all stay blessed and y'all stay faded.